Hello and what's up? My name is Fasil. Today I'm bringing you another viewer requested build, so I'll start by thanking Foxhead for giving me a build to fidget with, and of course handing me inspiration for this video. Secondly, I tried to get a couple of birds with one stone by also making it an eradication mission instead of a 40-minute one. I got asked in stream if I could do a video on how I do eradication missions, since they're usually much higher paced than the 40-minute ones. So second thank you for that request, of course. Hope you enjoyed the video. I forgot who asked, or I would have mentioned it here specifically. My apologies. The build consists of 500 kg and Napalm Eagles, a grenade launcher and a guard dog Rover, so the laser variation. For the armor, it's the 550 speed armor with extra padding, so it has 100 armor instead of 50. The breaker is my primary with a Redeemer secondary and standard grenades. I wasn't sure what you meant by standard, Foxhead, so I went with Incendiary Grenades here, since these three are considered standard according to the game. With no further ado, this one's for you, Foxhead. Starting off with an instant reflection, so number 1. You know how I've mentioned in all my videos never to forget to check your minimap? For this mission specifically, you better not forget. Tip number 1. Napalm Eagles are fantastic segregators, and also come in perpendicular. Throwing them at a breach is step 1. Step 2 is understanding that mostly the big and tanky are going to come through, so scan for them before they get too close. Let the tiny ones burn. When running a Rover, remember that running away is an even better choice than it normally already is. It'll take care of all the tiny stuff behind you, so run. There he is. Beefy boy. Tip number 2. Incendiary Grenades are basically mini Napalm Eagles, so use them the same way you would your Napalm Eagles. My position here is compromised, clearly, so I need to relocate to a position with corners. Tip number 3. By throwing incendiary grenades on corners, you force tiny enemies to walk into them, so use corners to funnel them. Big boys will destroy your corners, unfortunately, but the tip still holds when there's unbreakable walls, of course. Reflection number 2. I'm really worried about Titans, because the only answer I have is the 500 kg, so I'm burning through my napalms as fast as I can, so when I use my 500s, they'll go straight to rearming. Basically, I don't want to find myself without 500s, ever. 32 kills with just fire damage in the Rover, which is good, because both the breaker and the grenade launcher are very ammo-hungry guns. Tip number 4. For eradication missions, positioning matters even more. This hole here I'm using like a tiny wall, since they have to walk around it. Better that than no wall, basically. Tip number 5. Position yourself near the outskirts as much as you can. It prevents you from getting flanked since nothing spawns outside the map. The downside, of course, is that if you get swarmed, you're gonna have less room to run. Fun fact number 1. You can only visually focus on one thing at a time. Everything else is in your peripheral vision, and therefore just not as important to your brain. Knowing this helps practice your aim. So don't look at bugs when aiming. Leave them vague in your peripheral vision. Stare at your reticle. Drag it to them while you stare at the reticle. This may sound like an insane tip, but don't dish it till you try it. Good luck, have fun, I'd say. Reflection number 3. There's a giant swarm coming, and I'm almost out of ammo. I knew I had to run north, judging by my minimap. I should have also thrown a resupply there though. I missed my window. Fun fact number 2. Helmets save lives. This fact is specifically for you if you ride a bike, a scooter, a moped, a motorcycle, or anything with 2 wheels basically. I don't want to bore you with the physics and intricacies of what your skull would look like after you got hit by a vehicle, but I do have to say this. If I can ask anything of you as a random person you're listening to on YouTube, then please buy a helmet. I'm a nice nurse who made this YouTube channel to try and help people. This incredibly simple, yet dark fact could be the difference. If you ever decide you want to hear more, feel free to let me know, of course. Not sure how much you like healthcare stories. Oh, and no, I'm not sponsored. Fun fact number 3. Most of us punish ourselves when we mess up. Very few of us also reward ourselves for doing good though. Make sure you do both, or you'll feel like what you do doesn't matter, which is absurd, because there's a very high chance that you're much more important than you think. Please remind yourself, because unfortunately, someone else doing it for you doesn't work. It has to be you reminding you. Okay, I'm gonna do a small rant here. Skip to 6 minutes and 10 seconds if you're not up for it. Positivity is becoming something special, which is a problem. I'll keep it short and rational and keep the depressed patients out of this rant. Here goes. Being a negative Nancy doesn't fix anything. The very most you will get out of complaining is a temporary emotional outlet. Other than that, nothing's changed. Even if you argue, yeah, but Faisal, maybe I changed someone's behavior by being negative. Honestly, I wish I could give it to you. The problem is that if your goal is a change in behavior in someone else, lecturing has never been the stronger tool. Listening, caring, and understanding is. So I do appreciate the valiant attempt, but staying positive even when you are justified in your anger is key. You'll achieve more. I guarantee it. Fun fact number 4. If you go outside of the map for more than 10 seconds, you become a traitor and your destroyer starts nuking you. You can survive for pretty long while it tries to kill you, but eventually it will kill you. For this mission specifically though, it's kind of nice having the, we'll call it air support. Fun fact number 5. You can convince yourself of whatever you want, to a degree you probably can't imagine. The most famous example of this in the medical world is called the placebo effect. Basically, if I give you a pill and tell you it's going to make you feel much more energetic, for example, if your mind believes me, you'll feel much more energetic, even if the pill I gave you was just a breath mint. No worries though. Doctors and nurses have to inform you on what they give you. We're not allowed to give you fake medicine. Not legally anyway. To summarize, this build is fantastic at killing tiny stuff. Between the napalm, the grenade launcher, and the rover, if it's tiny, you're going to decimate it. On the other hand though, I got really lucky this mission because there was very little chargers and titans. So although this mission looked easy, I feel it's only easy because the spawn RNG worked heavily in my favor. Towards this build, I even used the grenade launcher suboptimally and still killed most of the tiny bugs easily. All in all, it's a fantastically fun build if you enjoy being your squad's chaff killer. Since you specifically mentioned you were unsure about how good it is, Foxhead, I'll give some feedback to make this build more all-round. I'd swap out the Rover for a supply pack and the standard grenade for stun grenades, the reason being more complex than it might look. The stun grenades don't just stop enemies in their tracks, they also make it so the tiny things behind them walk into them, so now they're even more stacked up, making your grenade launcher even more deadly. The breaker can take care of chargers, as you saw in this video, but just like the grenade launcher, it chews through ammo like mad. So the supply pack fixes that. It also makes you more versatile in a team, since you can resupply the squad. Lastly, you could consider swapping out the Napalm Eagles for a precision strike, since your 500s are overburdened in this build. You'll want to use them for Shrieker Nests, Spore Spewers, and Titans. So you'll probably more often than not find yourself with your Eagles on cooldown. Stun grenades and the grenade launcher combo will do what your Napalms do, just better. After you practice the combo though. I hope that helps. Thank you again for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this shorter video and perhaps learned a thing or two. My name is Faisal. Be well, take care.